So I remember us talking last week about that one player being able to step up in this tournament. Last year was Megan Gamble, and you were like, I don't want to give any secrets away. I think the secret might be out on Abbey Spurgeon now. Just talk about her play from this past weekend.
Yeah, what a performance that Abbey had. Just really stepping up and shining every single game. Not only scoring, but her rebounding is giving us a major boost on the offensive end and defensively as well. She's playing both ends of the court, and we talk about special players, what makes a great player, and can they defend and can they score the basketball, and she's showing that she can do both. And you know, that first night that she came out there and played so well, second night followed with it, you know, and then that third night, I think she was going after it too, by the way. I thought she maybe had it in her mind, you know, thought that I could maybe get this MVP award. So I hope that's what fueled her just a little bit. But I love it. It shows the depth of our team. As you know, Lexi got Player of the Year. Dalia got honored. Taisha Taylor got honored. Megan. So it's nice to see somebody else like Abbey Spurgeon that has been working really hard, giving us some really good minutes to get recognized like that.
And you saw that whenever they named her as MVP, the whole team went crazy. Just talk about the support of the team.
Yeah, it shows how much they care about each other, and a selfless team. I don't think they cared who got that award as long as we were cutting down the nets and winning the championship. But for it to be Abbey, and I think she's just, you know, showing her teammates every day how bad she wants it, her investment, how she's working, you know, how hard she's working every single day on the court. And her teammates are seeing this transformation, you know, right before their very own eyes. And I think that's what makes it special.
You talk about the depth. How important was it for you to see that depth? I mean, Lexi goes out 52 seconds in the first quarter of the game, and Natalie stepped up offensively, and some other players stepped up as well.
Yeah, depth and maturity, I think, are two things that come to my mind quickly. Is, you know, this late in the season, we're playing 9, 10, you know, maybe 11 players, and they're all stepping up and contributing. So we don't want to lose a beat. It doesn't matter who's in the game, whether, you know, you're part of the first 5 or the next wave that comes in. We hope that we're just as strong in every position. So the depth really pays off. And then having, you know, I thought Delaney had a great first half, gave us some looks on the perimeter, you know, with not having Lexi out there on the court. And Natalie Linden gave us a really good weekend as well. She's looking to attack more, being more aggressive offensively, and getting her teammates involved as well. So, and then there's a maturity behind it. Anytime you see your leading scorer, I mean, she didn't go down like an injury, but when you realize how quickly things can change, there's a poise behind it and staying composed as well as a team, and I thought that we did that.
Tom Brown said he thought he preferred all 8 teams being here because sometimes the second seed team has maybe more of an advantage. I don't know if you've seen Mesa or not, but how do you feel about the split situation? Politically.
A lot of different thoughts. One, we're just happy to be here and give ourselves a chance to host. I don't really care how it's, you know, we chose to break it down, or the NCAA did, not really us. But I would have loved to have all 8 teams here as well. There's something just about keeping everybody in Canyon, and you know, I want them to see the crowd too as they're prepping and watching us play. But there's nothing we can do about that, and we're going to take advantage of the home court that we do have, and we go into this 3-game tournament, but it's just one game at a time, just like it was just this last weekend in the Lone Star tournament. So I don't know if it creates an advantage a little bit. I mean, those other teams are in Colorado, but there's nothing we can do about that except worry about what's in front of us.
Interesting pod to set up for the 1st, 4th, 5th, and 8th seed. You got Eastern New Mexico first, and then knowing that you play the winner of Angelo State and Westminster, and the possibility of playing Eastern and then maybe Angelo. What does that say about the Lone Star Conference and kind of the path to get back to the Elite Eight? Yeah,
it's a strength of our conference. We have a very strong conference, and 5 of the 8 teams, right, are from the Lone Star in the regional. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, that would be right. We have great coaches in the Lone Star. There's obviously great players as well. Our strength of schedule, you know, all around from playing each other is strong. So it's going to be like another Lone Star Conference battle, just what we just came from this weekend, probably just ratcheted up a few notches. And, you know, we see Eastern. We know they're really good. We just played them a week or so ago. And so they're strong, they're physical. And then whoever wins between Westminster and Angelo State, you know, we'll be ready. But right now it's Eastern New Mexico That's the only thing we can see in front of us.
I forgot to ask you this last night, but knowing that Angelo was in that 108, 103, or 102, whatever that game was the night before, were you guys trying to gas him? Did you know that if you could like press him throughout and kind of just pressure him defensively, that you could kind of tire him out in the second half?
We were hoping that they made other buckets the night before, really. To give them a little credit, they had a late game, and we all lost the hour. We knew we had to defend. They always have 4 or 5 players on the court at all times that can score, so that's what makes it really tough. You can't go double team a post. You can't leave a guard open. They're going to make you pay quickly. And I just credit our players for just really being locked in. Really trying to dictate what they were trying to do offensively, but not making it easy. And we rebounded the basketball well. That was big. As we said all tournament, if you want to win this championship, you're going to have to figure out how to rebound through it all. And we didn't just win by a few rebounds. I thought we controlled the boards pretty well. And that's Dalia Harris stepping in there again, Taisha Taylor giving us some good minutes. Obviously, Abbey Spurgeon with what she's doing, Braylon Dollar. We knew it was going to have to be one of the defensive end because they are such a great offensive team.